Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today I have DP and Kage.
What's up?
We are doing the meta report, and today we're talking about Silver Banshee, who got a pretty decent rework. Overall, I like her. She's still a little squishy, but what are your thoughts, Kage?
She's fun. You build around her, and she's like I wouldn't say she's a meta shifting character, but she's really fun. I like her.
Significant improvement. How about you, DP?
She's very good, still made of paper.
So let's go ahead and go through her abilities. First ability, Curse Strike, special damage to an enemy, apply 4 bleeds to an enemy, 100% additional damage if target has an immunity. This ability got a massive upgrade, especially changing from physical to special damage. Does a lot of damage, applies all those bleeds. You actually want to use her basic in more occasions than you used to. I find this to be significantly better than it was.
Yeah. Curse Strike doing 4 bleeds. That's actually a hefty amount of bleeds for a basic.
And she works well against Hal, even without applying the bleeds, because she does a lot of damage to him because he always has those immunities.
Exactly.
Her next ability, Banshee Stare, special damage to an enemy, apply heal immunity to an enemy, and purge all positive immunities. This was her bread and butter before.
It still is.
Still is. I don't think there was any changes to this, but you really didn't want any. It's up very fast. I think you can use it every other turn. Solid ability, especially if you're running with bleeders, then she'll proc her Death Wail pretty regularly.
Okay.
Her Death
Pretty
Wail,
decent.
her third ability, special damage to all enemies, 20% chance to stun a random enemy if an enemy has any immunity, which is nice except for the fact that it doesn't work against Hal. 30% chance to use Death Wail when a buff purge is performed by an ally, plus 50% chance if any enemy is bleeding or diseased. The key to this one's that plus 50%.
This is insane.
It's so much better. You can run a lot of combos. She's phenomenal with Red Hood.
Yeah. So basically, this move got a huge upgrade, which kind of put her over the top, like where she was before. Now the opening with her, most of the times where I played her before, it was against the Power Girl, and I thought a lot of people did too, because you'd open up with her Banshee Stare, purge the death immunity, and then she would often Death Wail and kill Power Girl, and that you still use her for the same reason, and now she could do that pretty much against anybody now. If you build around her, she's almost guaranteed to get 2 attacks off her Banshee Stare now.
Yeah, she's definitely improved a lot. And if you're running, I like her a lot with Talia too, because Talia does the bleeds. The steal doesn't work with her Death Wail, but if you're running Red Hood as lead and then Talia or any of the bleeders, works pretty well.
I really wish they would make steal and purge buffs like the same moves that would proc Banshee.
Yeah, because that would open up so many more combos.
Yeah, we should probably petition for that. Anyway, what I really wish they could have done with Banshee is remove immunities with the AoE as well.
Well, I don't know. That might be too good, because you'd make her into like Wonder Girl kind of.
Yeah, your hatred for Hal is showing.
He's just too popular. That's my only problem.
I see a lot of them, but I don't see them on more than 50% of the boards, which is a good thing. Because back in the day when there was a popular leader, it was like 90% of the boards.
Yeah, like Atrocitus.
Yeah. Or Deathstroke, or any time it was insane at one point. The other thing, too, is that whenever an enemy dies, that buff immunity. Or when an ally dies, apply buff immunity to all enemies. When an ally dies, it's pretty awesome.
That was originally put there to stop Attribution, right?
Oh wait, I didn't even read this one yet. Okay, so for Eye for an Eye, passive ability, apply Death Immunity, True Sight, and 3 Analytics Ups to a random ally when an ally dies. Also apply the legendary upgrade, apply buff immunity to all enemies when an ally dies. I've found that to be much more useful than I thought it would be, especially in Siege.
Yeah, this is like an Attribution stopper, and who else ramps up when people die? Larfleas, right? Yeah. That's what it's there for. The first part of the ability that gives you like random stuff on a random character, that's good, but you can't build around that, right? You just kind of like, oh, that's nice. So, I mean, I think this is one of the later moves you get, but it's not something you need to really prioritize.
Yeah, I mean it's useful, but not crazy. Next one
Mm-hmm.
is her final ability, second passive, Ghastly Spirit. Passive ability, 40% chance to gain invisibility and 2 and a luck up when an enemy takes bleed damage. And then her legendary upgrade, apply stun, silence, and crit immunities to all allies when an ally is stunned. This is actually very good against the stun teams, Hal Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
if you can clear the. Or actually, you don't even have to clear it. I mean, I bring her when I'm playing Siege. I've been bringing her when I see Hal Jordan pretty regularly.
Now, the thing I've always had a problem with this move, the legendary, that is it gives you three debuff immunities against only one type of debuff.
Yeah, but I think that's nice. I mean, the crit immunity is the biggest thing on there for me.
You know what I mean?
I think you
Uh-oh.
cut out.
Did I? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Are we back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
fine.
back. So what were you saying? DP.
Yeah, we're losing you again, DP.
This happened to me last time.
Yeah, I still see him, but I don't hear him.
Hmm.
DP, you might want to try disconnecting and reconnecting.
All right. Uh. Hmm. Anyway, Banshee's great.
Damn it, I didn't want to have to edit today. This sucks.
Nah. No, I mean, if he comes back, he comes back. But we gotta get going.
Okay, so yeah, I'm torn on legendary order for her. Right now, I have her listed at 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, but I'm starting to think that the 1 is a lot better than I originally gave it credit for because of Hal Jordan's being everywhere. And everybody seems to have
Yeah.
an immunity of some kind, even without Hal.
Yeah. Well, against non-Hal teams, who else has a immunities? Brainiac,
Flash,
Steppenwolf.
Brainiac, Steppenwolf. I mean, there's a lot of immunities.
Yeah. So it's actually if you want to play to her niche, then might as well take the 1 earlier.
But I do love her 4 a lot, and I think even her 5 is really good. But yeah, I
I
think
think you should.
maybe swap. I think maybe swap 1 for 5. I mean 1 for 4. Do 2, 3, 5, 1, 4.
5's the immunities, right?
Yeah, I find that one to be extremely useful.
I find the buff immunity really useful.
That's
I
what I
don't know.
mean.
Just
That's my
take.
problem. I mean, that's why I put 1 as last, but I still think it's very good.
I had this same debate with myself, but honestly, I think the utility she brings with the 5 is a little bit more useful than the extra damage because when you're using her, you're really not using her basic all that often. You're really just using the 2 or
Yeah,
the AOE. So you're not
it's
using.
tough.
By the time you're using that basic, in my experience, all the immunities have already fallen off.
Yeah, you got a good point. I think I will leave 1 for last then. Still,
Yeah,
keep it the
but
same, but it's still good.
I'd definitely take her to L5 if you can.
Yeah, if you plan to use her, she's L5 material. She's one of those characters that I don't see myself using her a ton, but she's still fun. She's a good character. She's very useful in Siege right now. All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap that up, and hopefully DK makes it back for Cyborg Soup.
Hey everyone, it's Tootytron. Thank you for listening to WROL Broadcasts. If you like the show, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/WROL Broadcasts. Oh god. Guys, I think he's glitching out. Oh, I think he's gonna blow. Oh.
Where my room is, the room where my computer is, and it's very far from where like the modem is. So I can't actually bring a an Ethernet cable like all the way around unless I like loop it around many doors. So
Run it through your attic.
I don't have an attic. It's in the basement. Or like where I'm at is in the basement of my house.
Oh.
But the problem right now is that I mean, I needed a quick fix until I actually get like my 30 meter Ethernet cable. So what I'm doing is I got like a, what do you call it? A Wi-Fi dongle, like a USB dongle, for my
It
desktop.
sounds like a dongle.
Well, I'm using my phone, right? I'm telling you, I'm using my phone right now. I was using Wi-Fi just a second ago. Give me a second. I'm rebooting my computer. I took the Wi-Fi thing off and put it back on. See if the connection will get better.
Okay.